The Aeneid, an Operetta. Virgil. War's in a man I sing, an exile driven on by fate. He was first to flee the coast of Troy, destined to reach Lavinian shores in Italian soil. But the muses are silent. Have they heard these songs before? The goddess queen over all her rage shall pour. Chorus. A history, history, repeat twice. Virgil. We Romans are not honest men. Chorus. What honest men, only men. Virgil. Our own ignorance we all abhor, so we stole thought from the Grecian gods, as their Prometheus stole fire. Olympus, home of the divine, shall rise no more. Hero. They call him hero, he who founded what will one day fall. Aeneas and myself in this story will tell all. Chorus. Book the first. Safe haven after storm. Aeneas. Listen now, my Carthaginian queen, I tell my tale. She hated me. From the very beginning she hated me. She hated my mother. Chorus. The fairest. Aeneas. But she hated me more. Why? Only the gods know. We must wonder as we watch her war. Chorus echoes. We must wonder as we watch her war. Juno. It was beautiful Carthage and beautiful Venus. Juno marked it second best. Queen was not enough for them. I had no peace, no rest. Poet, take to your writing board. Display what I detest. In verses made of iron, give history to my quest. Kindness gave out long ago, now cruelty in my breast. A goddess's endless anger, Aeneas dares to test. Chorus. The final hours of Troy. Aeneas. O Troy, my home and destiny. Chorus. Or so he thought. Aeneas. Had we ignored the Greeks bearing gifts, O Troy would still be standing. Had we trusted in the divine, in Laocoon's prophecies, O Troy would still be standing. But the Greeks are wise and they revise, O Troy would still be standing. If Sinon, that spy and that actor too, had not brought about its ending. O liar, may you be cursed, for Troy would still be standing if you had not brought us down from heavenly heights. I think of all those lives. Chorus. He thinks of Creusa. Aeneas. Real people suffered from your lies. Chorus. Some even died. He refuses to think of Creusa. Aeneas. So let us hear the story you wove. Full company. To keep great Troy from standing. Sinon. I am a Greek, I am a soldier, a runaway, a deserter, but not a liar. Aeneas. What a liar. Sinon. I joined to the army, but woe is me, I regret the choice. I was comrade, kin to royal Palamedes, and because war left him ill at ease, oh, don't oppose the Grecian centuries who wish to topple Troy. Aeneas. Troy would still be standing. Sinon. When they'd done with his body, they dragged me out, bedraggled, as you see me now. My anger fresh, then just as now. I swore that if to Greece I turned in later life, I would wring out vengeance on the hardened hearts of Argos. Odysseus, you know his tale, so hardened from war and endless conquest, hated me for my grief. So when we consulted the sun's prophecy, and when we saw the horse, Aeneas, it stands before us. Sinon. And when we saw the bitter news come that the trade was blood for blood, he hated me enough to set me free. I am your sacrifice. Take pity on me. Aeneas. We welcomed him. Priam took him in. We welcomed him. We led an adder into our beloved nest. We welcomed poison into our bronze-enveloped breast. Later that night they attacked. I was fighting for my life. Standing in the sick, the blood, and in the midst of the strife, I saw her. She cowered into the temple's pillar, but I saw her. Helen, now she shows regret for her loves. I saw her face, and it was full of fear and enjoyment. I saw her thoughts, and in them she thought it was an opera. I knew her thoughts were that this was a dainty game, that this was just a night terror. Helen, Virgil interrupts. There must be some mistake. Or does the pen delude me? This course of action, did I forget? I forget. Forgive that interruption. Carry on instead. Aeneas. What rage! It consumes the heart. I saw her. Chorus. He saw her. Aeneas. But in my mind I hold the face of my Creusa. How she resembles Helen. I see her. I will not kill her, so that I can save her. Chorus. Run, give your orders, grab your boarders. Aeneas. Come, family close. Father, I'll carry you upon my back. Iulus at my side. Creusa trail behind. Come, family close. Chorus. You must leave your land at once. Full company. Come, family, family, come. Fleeing a city, but we're fleeing as one. Come, family, come, family. Come, family, family, come close. Aeneas. Onward, aim for the grave site. Full company. No one there to dig her grave. Aeneas. Was she caught in the moonlight? Full company. For a woman, she was brave. She was kept from fleeing home. Now alone the Greeks do know. Ballads sung for first amours. Never lived to see the spring. Only in winter can we sing of love that came when life was pure. Aeneas. Creusa, come back. He begins to cry. Family, come close to cover up the hole. A mother's love we yearn. We have only father's empty soul. Chorus, Book the Fourth, The Tragic Queen of Carthage. Venus, welcome, come to me close, my son. I shall herald you to your next. Your goddess mother, now you shun. Mother I am, don't make me vexed. Let the sorrows pass you by. On the wings of love you'll glide. And by your Trojan side shall I place a queenly Carthaginian bride? I'll cut my verse and speak in plain, Aeneas. A woman here I'll have you meet, Dido of Carthage. First of Tyre she was bride to Sychaeus, but her brother Pygmalion. Aeneas, he overcome with the love of a marble icon? Venus, nay, other, though that was a memorable victory, artists can be so odd. I resume, Aeneas, please. Venus, he kills her husband, blinded by gold, no doubt. Dido flees, tricks the African prince of divine parentage, and brings her city to life. I shall bring you to her. Make of her what you will. Perhaps make of her your bride. Aeneas, come, little Iulus, we go to Carthage. And that, Dido, is my tale. Dido, a sad one is that tale of yours, but come now rest on Carthage moors. Aeneas, come with me, I'll entertain your worn and weary Trojan frame. Stay and linger in my siren song. Don't so soon end your stay, with me prolong. Virgil, but riding out for old pleasure's sake, caught unknowing in great Jupiter's wake. Granite for shelter, sandstone for bed. The passionate lovers here choose to wed. The weeks go by, the time abounds. Closer and closer come the lovers as the fates prepare their blades. But peace, of course, must be shattered. As the urbanites buzz with gossip and pounce on tale, Fama spreads her wings and dawns. Her gown of wagging tongues, her sandals of swiftest flight, and down from where it's hung, her cloak of endless spite. To the son of lightning's realm, she soars above the moon. With her whisper at the helm, rumor seals Dido's doom. Fama. Hello, my king. I have come to give you wind of rumor in the air that one of your acquaintance sinned, for it seems that Queen Elissa has joined in matrimony, though she turned down your advances of a kind that's none too holy. Married in a cave to Trojan Prince Aeneas, she considers him forever hers. Rue the day that he should ever forsake her. The queen has won too many errors. And so, the tale you know, I must now go. Iarbas. Fama's rumor tells me what? Wicked Dido, she says Elissa, who did shun my hand, but now advances she to Trojan breast? Ah, but memory is fanned by this man. Aeneas, first of Troy, but I remember. He's destined for Latium. Why steal himself to Africa? Taking my place at Dido's side? The anguish! My father I'll admonish for this loose destiny. Hark, father! Hark, halo Jove! Come down to your son. Jove. Yes? Iarbas. Know you of Aeneas? Jove. Yes. Iarbas. Know you of Dido? Jove. Yes. Iarbas. Know you of Carthage? Jove. Yes. Iarbas. Know you of Troy and Latium? Jove. Yes. Iarbas. And their heir? Jove. Yes. Iarbas. And know you, Jove, that heir is courting Carthage? Jove. What? This cannot be. Aeneas is Italy bound, I swear it. Iarbas. And yet 'tis true. He is taken by Dido, and she by him. Jove. Mercury. Iarbas. Yes, father. Take action. He is cut off by Jove. Jove. Mercury. Where is he? Feathered sandals, and the damned fool cannot come when he is called. What ho, Mercury! Mercury. I am come. Jove. Come to me. Tell to that prince that he must follow destiny. On to Latium, not my trickster's wife's African hoard. And now, away with thee. Mercury. All right, I go. Virgil. And here the seeds are laid for woe to blossom. The message was sent, and Aeneas knew he must lift anchor and depart. And so he did, and not a thought for Dido. And let us see how she do bear it. Dido. Aeneas, look what you drive me to. Ah, but you cannot look. For you are not here. No longer, my dear, do you sit by my side and tell me tale upon tale. Oh well, too much. I cannot bear it. A pyre! Anna, make me a pyre. I will bring back love to herself. I shall summon death. Out loud. And bring his sword too. He left me as a keepsake. No, no, I insist. I am well. I am fine. I know well he was never my shrine. Ah, my city blooms. It is ivy to Aeneas' crumbling brick. We will conquer. You will die. I see the pyre. Dido climbs upon the flaming pyre and stabs herself with Aeneas' sword. Ah! I have lived a great life. I have countered my enemies, avenged my husband, killed my brother. The towers of Carthage rise. Oh, so high. You will see them in Latium. You will see them in Italy. You will see them in Rome. With my dying breath, Aeneas, I curse you. Let your destiny be brought down by my mirror image. a woman among women, with her people to protect, not your selfish pride. Aeneas, Carthage will never more be your ally. Aeneas, with that knowledge now departed, I die. Dido dies on the pyre. Virgil, never more will tears be shed on Carthaginian soil for Roman shores. She was a woman among women with her people to protect. But Aeneas carries on. Chorus, Book the 5th, Funeral Games for Anchises. Aeneas, we are departed. What now stalls us, Palinurus? Why do we not see Italy, or destiny, or death? Palinurus, the storms, we may not face them. They are Juno's work, and if we try to battle them, we shall indeed see destiny as death. Aeneas, then, helmsman, beach us, for these shores be friendly. They disembark. Aeneas, oh joy, I have landed, so many days at sea. Oh joy, for I have landed. Chorus, what joy, he is landed. What joy, he is laid at rest. What joy, he is laid ashore. Aeneas, come, for you are friendly. Come, for I have landed. Come, for I am laid ashore. This, for I am landed. If memory serves me kindly, then this is the day of my father's passing. And if memory serves me kindly, let us join in celebration. Full company. Funeral games for Anchises. Funeral games for Anchises. Funeral games for Anchises, let the merriment begin. Funeral games for Anchises. Funeral games for Anchises. Funeral games for Anchises, let the merriment begin. The company leaves, leaving only Aeneas and Anchises' ghost on stage. Anchises, my son, my son, my son, heed thee the whisper of your father's ghost. On the Sibyl's robe follow ye to most. Come, family close, come, family, come find me. Aeneas, when the company has returned. Aeneas, some of my pupils, stay ye here. I and my most loyal men are off to find, together with Anchises. Anchises. Chorus, Book the Last, The Kingdom of the Dead. Aeneas. Onward heave, no more do we tarry. Onward ho, we must be quick and wary. If on to Hades' nest and Proserpina's prairie we journey to the kingdom of the dead. Palinurus, but there are storms, still we cannot cross. Aeneas, what say you? Aeneas, there are always ways to fight a storm. I'll ask of my goddess mother for help. Venus, what say you? Venus, I must think, my son. Neptune, what say you? Neptune, one of Aeneas' men must die, and then to cease my storms shall I. He to first point out the fact shall come to me. Palinurus, Palinurus, 'tis I. Neptune, sleep will carry you off and away. 'Twill be the Italians that will hurl your soul down. Goodbye and good tidings. I must nout my tides. Virgil, the sacrifice was carried out, and all in living company reached the kingdom of the dead. Aeneas, Sibyl, I am come. I wish to see my father. Sibyl, I am come to walk the path of the dead and end it living. Sibyl, interrupted by the Sibyl. Sibyl, I know all this. Aeneas, bring but golden bough for passage, and for Proserpina, may you tread the path of the dead. Follow it close, then return home instead. She leaves. Aeneas, oh dear, what folly to come here. I am now trapped. For where, oh where, am I to find a golden bough? The Sibyl is now vanished into air, I see her not. Thrice I must call on you, mother, to aid in my predicament. Venus, Venus, come to me, my mother Venus. Venus, fear not, my pet, my sweet, my darling little boy. You call me thrice for golden bough, I question not. Follow me, we'll search anon for Sibyl's gilded ploy. You call me thrice for golden bough, I'll fail not. Here it is for ye, my shining, now I must depart. Good luck. Aeneas, here is thy bough, O Sibyl, gathered by divine hand, O Sibyl, interrupted yet again by the Sibyl. Sibyl, yes, I know all this, Aeneas. To Charon we must go, to take the ferry, over a river to which many vows are owed. Charon, unto the ferry, coin for your guide, for passage to prairie, for passage to Proserpina, for passage past the river. Sibyl, thank you, Charon, we have here Aeneas with gilded bough. Aeneas, hark, Aeneas, 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 in soliloquy. These souls, they grope for the ferry, they bend toward the light, they reach for the field that they will never reach. I see Palinurus. Palinurus, I see you kick away the stones at your feet. You've been killed by natives, but they shall bury you, and they shall make a cape for you, reborn in water's form. He looks up at me with eyes that say, you are ignorant, you cannot know the pain I bear. I look away, look around, I see Dido. Is she dead too? Can almost see my wife, my Creusa. Sibyl, Aeneas, onward, prince, it is ill advised to so long linger with the dead. I can already see their complaints are lodged firmly in your head. Aeneas, I come. Virgil, they travel the Styx, guided by Polymath's words. On do they go for what seems like an age, but they reach Anchises, sitting low neath the poplar, and watching a parade of Romans, nay, their souls, await Aeneas's arrival to Latium's sacred bay. And 'tis not long before the ghosted father begins to speak to his living son. Anchises, O Aeneas, 'tis thee. Thou hast then heard my plea and softly wailing word, for you to come and find me here, where comfort is my soul's career. But 'tis not for me I summon you hither, but to see the souls that over thither parade in line of one by one, waiting old bodies to shun, and be your people of new race, to greet the heir of earth's warm face. There is Marcellus, nephew and heir of later emperor, dead of sickness, so doomed to be inferior. Aeneas, inferior, wherefore? Anchises, he never had the chance to prove his warrior art, for you, my Roman son, and your descendants, were never for the following intended: to be skilled in shaping bronze, to find cures in herbs and fronds, to chisel rock's divine potential, to chart the stars and moon's essential, to divining road and fateful path, nor study language, art, nor math. No, future Roman, you are predestined to be great. Your future is on the warpath, a fact no one dares debate. Do not put away your sword to enter weary courts of law, for you'll be the greatest warrior the world ever saw. Defend your kin, forgive your enemies, break the brows of those so proud in war. Now with this knowledge, sally forth. Aeneas, I shall. Repeat this 3 times. While Aeneas repeats, the chorus carries on 2 different parts. The first part. Chorus, you, my Roman son, and your descendants, were never for the following intended: to be skilled in shaping bronze, to find cures in herbs and fronds, to chisel rock's divine potential, to chart the stars and moon's essential, to divining road and fateful path, nor study language, art, nor math. Second part. No, future Roman, you're predestined to be great. Your future's on the warpath, a fact no one dares debate. Aeneas, I I shall. I shall. Repeats this 3 times. Full company. Defend your kin. Forgive your enemies. Break the brows of those so proud in war. We shall.